I'm Dave Cathy, the Food Dude, and I'm here at Beau's Wine Bin and Spirit Shop. Stan Stack. Stan, it's time for New Year's.
Sure is. Thanks for having me on the show. I really appreciate it.
Not a problem. Well, one thing stands out for New Year's: sparkling wine, champagne, whatever you want to call it.
And there's an entire spectrum that you can go from the sweet to the dry. You have your Ostis that are the Ostis Piemontes, which originated in Italy, and they were the sweet champagnes, or well, I shouldn't say champagne, sparkling wines.
Yes.
The only thing that can be called champagne comes from the Champagne region in France.
Right. Now, the champagne is just sparkling wine.
Yes, sir.
That comes from
the Champagne region in France, where it originated.
Got that clear.
And it's made up usually it was made up of two grapes, and that's Chardonnay and Pinot Noir, a little Pinot Meunier in there. But the Italians use a little bit different grape, and they do a sweet version called Ostis Piemonte, and they also make a Prosecco, which is not as sweet but can be very fruity. Okay. And then the Americans make an Ostis Piemonte too, but it's usually on the lower end of the scale. And they also, the Americans though have a thing called an extra dry, and so do the French, and they have a Brut, and then a Blanc de Blanc and a Blanc Noir. Okay. And we have there's a wide variety. You can go from $10 to $300 or more. So it
tell me, what's the difference if I'm deciding between a $10 bottle and a $300 bottle? What's the difference?
Well, usually it's an occasion or something like that, or if you have the palate for it. And I love people who have the palate for $300 bottles of champagne. Matter of fact, I cultivate those people. I call them. And I think that the main thing is what are you going to do with it? If you're going to mix it with orange juice, make a mimosa or something like that, obviously the $10 bottle. A lot of people try to go to the less expensive than that, but I can only tell you, if it's not done with the thing called Method Champagnes, which is the secondary fermentation that does that, you tend to get headaches, and it's not quite the quality that you want. And in this deal, the low quality sparkling wines you can tell
go straight to your head.
You can tell them quite often. But most expensive ones are vintage, and what they mean by that is all the juice has come from the year that the grapes were.
Because others are blended over from several.
It can be over several years. Sometimes it is all the same year, but it's just a non-vintage. They have not restricted themselves to 1990 or 1995 or 2001 or whatever.
Now tell me about the sizes.
Well, David, there's a whole bunch of sizes. He can get back up here and see. Those are 187s, 187 milliliters, and then you go to the 375. The 187s are a little over a glass worth, okay? And that's about 6.5 ounces. And then the 375s are about 12.5 ounces. And then your regular bottles are 750. And then you have a Magnum, which is a double-sized bottle. And then you have a 3-liter bottle, which is 4 bottles in one. And if you want to have a great time, we have what's called the Nebuchadnezzar. And if you want to, this is 20 bottles of wine in one bottle.
Check, please.
And it is fabulous. It would basically give you about 100 glasses of champagne out of one bottle. And that's if you have some really good friends and a whole bunch of them.
Okay, well, tell me a little bit about the difference between, say, Brut and all. What,
well, again, go back to spectrum. Is actually, believe it or not, extra dry is the fruitiest of all the drier.
They'll be the sweetest.
Yes, it can have some residual sugar in it and stuff like that. In other words, a little sweetness to it. But a lot of times you can think something is sweet, but it's really not. It's just very fruity.
Okay.
And so you have your extra dry, and then it goes Brut is a little bit drier than that, and then Blanc Noir is a little bit drier than that. And usually the driest of all of them is a Blanc de Blanc, which is all Chardonnay, white of whites.
Okay, very good. Well, what are you going to be having this New Year's?
I'm going to probably be having a little Beau Clicquot. We're very partial to Beau Clicquot, and we sell enough of it, and so I try to get to whatever the people like. We have our family over on Christmas Eve.
Now, one last question. Some people just flat don't like sparkling wine.
Right.
What do you suggest?
Well, you can celebrate with anything. I always tell everybody if they're going to have a wedding reception, don't have a champagne toast. Just have a toast, because again, some people don't like sparkling wines or champagnes. Yeah, a great white wine is the Foxglove Chardonnay. A good $15 bottle of Chardonnay or a good $25 bottle of Cabernet is just as good. Or I happen to be real partial to Pinot Noir from Oregon, as a matter of fact. The Oregon Pinot Noirs are really excellent, and you can get those a really good one of those for $25 also.
Awesome. Beau's Wine Bin. Happy New Year's, everybody. Come check it out.